you've reached Titi's Corner. Be sure to subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I'll get back to you. Hi there, hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Titi, and you are in Titi's Corner. If you are new here, I'm really glad you made it to the channel. I hope by the end of this video you would have subscribed to the channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. I hope you like this video and that you share with your friends and family. In today's video, as you can see from the title, I'm going to be talking about living expenses that are associated with being a student in Germany. I will link this video in the description box, but I've talked about the financing your studies if you are coming to a university like Constructor University, and there are other universities in Germany that are actually almost free for master's studies, for example. So if you are going to one of those schools, or you are coming to Constructor but you also want to know what other expenses you should be prepared for as you are coming to university, you are in the right place. So I hope you have subscribed to the channel and turned on the notification bell so that when I bring another video you'll be notified. Yeah, let's just dive into the video already, I guess. The first thing that is going to take a big chunk of your budget is the rent and utilities bill. When coming to Germany, depending on the state you are going to be living in, your rent can range from some places maybe 280 and others can be 1,500. That also depends on whether you are living in a dormitory, like a student dormitory, you are living in a WG, which is basically a house that you are sharing with other people. So you have your own bedroom and you share the kitchen and living space with other people, or you are living in your own space where you have your own living room, kitchen, and things like that. So depending on these factors and others, and also which state you live in, the rent might really be low or really high. So I live in Bremen, so most of the costs are going to be related or closest to what I know. A dormitory here, or what I know, the dormitories that students live in these student dormitories can be 400. They used to be 380 or lower, but now things have really gone up, so they are 400 and above from what I've seen. Probably there are others that I don't know about, but the ones I am aware of, they have gone up to like 400, 420. If you are living in a WG, this really depends on the landlord. Some landlords have a house with maybe 4 bedrooms and they just want to make maybe 1,000 from that house, so the 4 people in there will split the 1,000 and then live there. And others, they are 380. I think if you are looking for a WG, you should budget maybe 400 to live comfortably for your rent. And then there are people that really want their space, which is nice, and you want to live on your own. You should budget from 700 and above to live in your own place with your own kitchen, own living room. For the dormitories I mentioned, some of them, the student dormitories, are a studio apartment, if I can say, and you have your own bathroom, your own kitchen in the same room, and your bed, and it's just one room with everything, which is really nice if you want to still have your space at an affordable price. Or others give you your own bathroom and room, but you share the kitchen with other people, or the other way around, where you have your own kitchen and your room but you share a bathroom with other people. So when you start looking, just what's important to you and what's in your budget, and you choose in that way. I personally really cannot share a bathroom with a lot of people, so when I was looking for apartments, I looked for one that I had my own bathroom or shared with one person, and I don't mind sharing a kitchen to save costs. So that's one of the biggest things you're going to be paying for. I saw a video of one of these other international students studying in Germany, and she pays 280 in a student dormitory, and she lives in Cleve. I can't imagine finding an apartment for that cheap in Bremen. I've never heard of it. So like I said, depending on where you live, the costs can be either high or low. And if you go to a place like Berlin or Munich, which are bigger cities, I think that the cost will even be higher. That's one. Also, some people give the rent separate from the utilities, so you might want to budget an additional in addition to your rent. You might want to budget an additional cost for your utilities, which include water, electricity, gas in the winter, and also the internet, which usually comes as part of the utilities. So yeah, just budget that. Now the next thing that is mandatory that you will be paying every month as a student in Germany is the health insurance. There is the public and private health insurance, but I would advise you to get the public one. It's a bit more, not a bit, it's actually quite expensive compared to the private one. Currently I am using TK, and there's AOK and there's DK. They're public health insurance, and for students I believe right now it's like in the range of 120 to 125 euros a month. If you went with a private health insurance, they could be 35 to 60 maximum, but I know there are a lot of complications with the private ones, and if you go to a hospital the process is a bit more complicated compared to if you had the public health insurance. So just decide which one works for you, pick the one that works for you, and everything will be okay. This is a mandatory cost, by the way, so whether you like it or not, when you come to Germany you have to have a health insurance, and you have to pay it every month. So I would say be sure to do your research and choose the one that fits your requirements. Some people have, maybe they want to get, how do we call them? Maybe they have teeth problems, or you have braces, and you know when you come here you're gonna need access to that kind of care. So do your research and see which one offers you dental, and pick that one in that way. Yeah. Another cost that I was very surprised about, which is also mandatory, is a broadcasting fee. So you have to pay for the radio and the TV. I have never turned on the TV here, I've never listened to the radio here, but you have to pay for it. So be sure to pay this, because they will start sending you letters every day or every month if you don't pay this. I believe currently it's around 18 euros a month. So when you register, if you watched my previous video, I talked about registering, that the steps you have to do to get settled in Germany, and one of them was registering your address. So whenever you register a new address, they get this information that you've moved to a new place, and you need to pay this cost, this broadcasting fee. But also it could be lower. So if you live in a student dormitory, for example, or you share your apartment with other people, you can talk with them and you guys can share the 18 euros, I believe, right now. And some people, like where I live, my landlord added the money to my rent, so I just pay it to him and he pays the broadcasting fee. But for others, you have to do it separately. Whenever you register a new address, they are going to see that you are at a new place and you need to start paying for that place. So be careful about it. Look through your mail and pay it as soon as possible. Some people have the option to pay 3 months at once. I believe that's a bit easier, so people actually opt to pay for 3 months at once with them, and then you pay the next 3 months like that. But this is a mandatory cost you should budget for, and I believe right now it's 18 euros a month. So as you're making your plans to come study in Germany, remember this. The last, or maybe one before last, is the groceries. I think there's something going on in the world right now where everything is just more expensive. When I first came to Germany in 2018, if I'm being honest, I lived on campus, so the university gave us 3 meals a day, and there was a coffee bar that was always open that I could get snacks from, so I didn't spend much on groceries. But even then, during the summer, I would spend maybe maximum 100 euros on groceries, and I was okay. Like, I was living, I was eating, and I was okay. Now now it's a different story. If you eat 3 meals a day and you want to eat healthy and all that, I would say budget between 200, maybe 250 euros a month for your groceries. Things have become really expensive now. Things that I used to buy for €1 are now 1.99. Things that used to be €2 are now €4. So just budget 200, I believe, or more. It depends also on what you want. Another reason why my budget for groceries is in the 200 range is because if you like German food, or if you like the German cuisine, you can actually lower that cost, because the stuff they sell in the supermarket that are German, in the German supermarkets, they are a bit cheaper. But if you want to make a Zimbabwean meal like me, or you want to make a Nigerian or Ghanaian meal and you have to go to the African shop to buy that, yeah, that's where the bill kind of goes up. The African shops are really expensive, and they have started being even more expensive than before. So something that I used to buy when I make my Zimbabwean meal, for example, the mealie meal powder, it used to be €9 for 5 kg, and now it's €15. And maybe you want to make some goat soup. I have some Ghanaian Nigerian friends that make goat light soup, pepper soup and all that. The goat meat used to be for a kg, I believe it used to be €7, and now it's like 9.5, almost €10. So everything has gone up, and especially for us that want to have a taste of home, it's going to be more expensive. If you are able to eat the German cuisine and you're able to eat the stuff you find in the normal supermarket, the cost can be lower for you, and they always have sales going on. So yeah, but just budget at least 150, 200 for your groceries over the month. And this doesn't include like your toiletries, toothpaste, things that you don't buy every day or that you don't need every month. But yeah, once every 2 or 3 months you're going to need to buy these things, so just to budget accordingly. And then we have miscellaneous cost, and depending on where you are, I know in Bremen or in this region, I forgot the name, don't mind me, we get a semester ticket, which you can use in all the transportation around Bremen and neighboring cities. If you are not here, or if your school doesn't give you a semester ticket, you need to budget for transportation. You need to budget for some leisure activities. You get your Schengen visa, maybe you want to travel, you need to budget for that as well. You should also think about study materials as you are coming and starting your university life. Maybe you want to buy some books, you want to buy textbooks, you need a new laptop and things like that. And your own personal spending. So maybe you want to go out with friends, you want to do something, think about that and also budget it. And then I normally put maybe 100, 150 a month for this miscellaneous activity if we go out or things like that. But this gives you, I believe, the flexibility to do things that you want to do but still stay in your budget. So depending on how much you have, how much you make, budget accordingly. I'm the kind of person that if I don't have money for it, I'm not going. I would love to go out with my friends, but if I didn't budget it for that month, then I will see you guys next month, which is totally fine. You just have to learn how to stay in your budget. So like I said, you could have, if you are coming to Constructor or to another university that you have to pay tuition fee for, you can look at the whole scholarship that you got, and maybe you got some loan and say, oh, I have to pay 1,500 a semester. But that's not all. You have to talk about rent, utilities and other things. So I really hope this video has been helpful, and if there's any questions that you have, feel free to comment in the comments section down below, and I always try to reply to each and every one of you. So yes, I hope you really found this video helpful and that you learned something, 1 or 2 things. But please do budget. A lot of international students come here thinking that we are going to start working, make money, be rich and pay all our bills. That's not how it works, especially the first 3 months. As you're making this budget, please have your rent, your food, your expenses, everything for the first 3 months. You might not even you might, it will be really difficult for you to get a job within the first 3 months as you come here, because you have a lot of things that you need to do before you can apply for a job. So please budget all these things and have this money for at least 3 months. So when you come, you have those 3 months grace period for yourself to figure things out and start looking for a job. So I really hope you find this useful. If you are coming to Germany. You can comment down below which university you're going to. Maybe we can talk more about that particular city and I can help better. But I really hope you like the video. Share this video with your friends. Like, comment, subscribe, and see you in my next video. Bye guys.